Hey, Didi.
What's up?
I was wondering if you could go grab some food together.
Yes, I would like that.
Oh, Deirdre.
Were you able to
have
distract
some
Deirdre?
self-respect after
Great.
he
I'll
stood
call
you up
Bess
the
or
last
George
time.
to go see if she's left anything behind.
Ugh. I mean, it is more convenient to call Bess because she's right there.
Hi, Nancy.
Ned's got Deirdre distracted. Can you see if she's left anything behind? Drop off anything you find at the station.
You got it.
I'm passing the case to you, Bess.
Bess, reporting for duty.
You know what? I also need to order more ice cream. I haven't been ordering enough ice cream. Clue, the blacksmith, architect, and the framework ham party. Architectural founder, so town founder, Mahoney, Anvil Days, and the Rackham Gang. I have no idea what this means. Well, you found it out. We're the second ones to find the next clue. Like, she figured it out. Like, Deirdre needs to give herself more credit. Nancy's team already ahead. This will not stand. They must be stopped, etc. I feel like Deirdre probably was just, like, doubting herself. That's why it took her a little longer to get to the clue, because she was probably second-guessing herself. Breaking, got a hot tip that medallion is hidden in Old Town Hall. Snuck in and searched. No luck. Through the round, a lower realm. Shape up, clue, you don't make sense. Must be round entrance or shape. Possibilities, Harrison Park's Ferris wheel, the water tower, crow's nest. This just in, all these ideas are wrong. Intercepted message tracking on lead. Note was a dead end, no one there, nothing to be found. There's no way to do this without cheating. Nancy's team must be cheating. I can't wait to see the look on her face when she gets busted. Have more confidence in yourself, Deirdre. A glittering trail for all to see, aloft ablaze with incandescent flowers. Incandescent equal brilliant white. Also a type of light bulb. Last semester's criminology chemistry class comes in handy again. Like, Deirdre's, like, going to university. She's bettering herself. Aluminum, titanium, and magnesium burn white. Like, she's retaining information. She's studying hard. I'm proud of her. Saw Bess, Ned, and Nancy near the new town hall. Ned looking fantastic. Everyone else looking tragically nerd. Need to figure out why they think New Town Hall is important. More like Ned looking tragically Ned. Place one team member on probation or crime, only saying things that are stupid. An Ebon store. An irresistible pull. Ebon, old school word for black.
This is from before the fire yesterday.
Oh my
I
god.
need to get this to Nancy.
Oh my god, she drives a 2008 Whistler. Whoa, a 2008 KRL Whistler. I'm so jealous. Could be Scoop, stores on Black Street, and its ice cream is really, really, really good. Need to look around. Possible that time capsule could be on premises. Nothing found, waiting for next clue. Game over, Nancy Drew. That's a bit dark, Deirdre. That's taking things a bit far. That seems like a threat. Let's get some ice cream. Let's get some. I feel like I haven't had enough. Okay, try the vanilla shake. Got a little vanilla bean in there. Nice touch. A cookie dough. Love classic cookie dough. There's not enough good cookie dough chunks in there, though, I think. Let's try an ice cream soda. Brown cow. How now, brown cow? I love how she says it like in a little whisper to herself. That's so cute. Let's try the bacon.
Love ice cream.
Peanut butter chunk. You know, I think that's actually a good opportunity to try everything on the menu that we haven't already. Ooh, look at those delectable strawberries. Oh, so those are some thick berries right there. Thick and luscious berries. Chocolate-covered cherry. That sounds very nice. Ooh.
I guess I could have one more bowl.
It's not a bowl, Bess, for the love of God. How many times do we have to go through with this? Chocolate malt.
So good.
So good. Some classic vanilla. Oh, it comes with a little
have
wafer.
one more
What's the
bowl.
little bits in it, though? That's confusing. Chocolate. I love good chocolate ice cream. Strawberry. Mint. Ooh, those are some good chocolate chunks in the mint chocolate chip ice cream. Peachy keen. Ooh, some beautiful peach slices as well. Oh my god, I just really want to go to Scoop. It looks so good. Oh, chocolatey chocolate ice cream. Acorn Harvest. Chocolate ice cream with caramel swirl and Auntie's acorn pieces.
So good.
Cappuccino cream. I'm not a big coffee flavor person, but we'll try this for the sake of being a completionist.
So good.
Vanilla.
I guess I could have one more bowl.
Cheery cherry. I'm cheered.
Love ice cream.
Oh, such a good line. I hope if they bring Bess and George back for Game 34 or future games, they keep the same voice actress for Bess, because I think she's so good.
I guess I could have one
That's a
more
beautiful
bowl.
color of ice cream. The berry blast. White cow.
I guess I could
I
have
can't remember
one more bowl.
what the brown cow, black cow, and white cows are supposed to be. I think like at least one of them is chocolate
So good.
and vanilla, but I can't remember what the deal is. Okay, so we've had lots of ice cream. I think we're supposed to bring the new clue to Nancy, and there's a few things I wanted Nancy to check out, so let's do that. Once again, I have gone on a tangent from the investigation and forgotten what I'm supposed to be doing. No wonder this case is taking a little while to solve.
Hello?
You take the lead now.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Okay, let's pick up our new goodies. Goody. Look at all this. So we can look up Deirdre's ticket. We can, add the fingerprint.
It's Brenda.
It's Brenda. What did I say? Process of elimination. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Power ballads, the #1 cause of running red lights. Wait a second. This puts her at town hall right when the alarm was switched off.
Look at Deirdre for once, like just plain old having fun, cutting loose without having to fake it or be someone else in front of other people. Try to keep up a face in front of other people, What do you think she's singing? I like to imagine she's singing along to Britney Spears. I feel like Deirdre would be a Britney Spears girl. Look at that stylin' red car. It wasn't a speeding ticket, right? She ran a red light. I mean, what else is there to do in River Heights other than run red lights? You know what I'm saying? I guess you could go to Betty's Beans or whatever. Acetone in van, fingerprint on note. Oh, these pictures are Tony's. This is Deirdre's, Dee Dee's. Friends didn't back up her alibi. Has Amazon shipped that package yet?
It's your turn to take the case.
I'm on the case.
Can I say anything to Bess?
George, look. She's refusing to move. All I want to do is snoop through her stuff, and she's making that impossible. Can you help? Go make her move.
Ugh, fine.
Hi.
Do you know anything about Alexei?
Right. Him. I'm not a fan. He's got old man weirdness and old man smell. I don't know if one causes the other or if that's just how he rolls.
Whoa.
We shouldn't even have to deal with him. He should have been arrested years ago.
Arrested?
Deirdre doesn't just
For
burn.
what?
She incinerates.
I'd really like
Hot
to know
girl
why
summer,
you think Alexei should have
Deirdre.
been arrested.
I see that.
Are you going to tell me?
No, probably not. Why don't you go ask him yourself if you care so much?
You got a red light ticket near Town Hall the day of the fire. What were you doing there?
Just
Having
passing
a
by.
good
I
time,
was speeding
George.
because I heard that neighborhood was full of dangerous criminals. For example, arsonists.
Oh my god, she really does have a comeback for everything. Deirdre, what a queen.
Would you like to go for a walk somewhere?
No.
Okay, good talk. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Deirdre. Is it there? Oh!
That must be what Nancy's dad was getting for her.
Okay, so now we need to drop this off for Nancy. Whew! Detectiving is hard work, let me tell you. What happens if I go to the cemetery? I want to see what the soundbite is for that. Someone weeping! Nancy thinks she's got all the problems. Go talk to that person openly weeping at loud volumes in the graveyard, okay?
I need to check this against the chromatogram results. Which accelerant was used?
What? Nancy, here's the chart your father asked to be dropped off for you. Who the heck is Christy? Daddy Drew's side piece? Is it isopropyl alcohol? I see a 45.
The fire was started with isopropyl alcohol, not gasoline. Adding this to the evidence against
Super
me will help
sleuth
prove
snuggly.
I didn't start the fire.
She didn't start the fire.
This is everything I need. Once I
Okay.
correctly
Oh,
match all the evidence
sweet.
to the suspects, I'll be all set.
Is Nancy about to get out of jail free?
Can you take a look at this?
Be right there for an evidence check.
Hurry your booty over, Chief.
Looks solid. Looks like you just got yourself a get-out-of-jail-free card, detective.
Nancy's back, bitches. Let's go. You better watch your back, suspects. Nancy's back in town.
Yes,
She's
I'm out.
hitting the town. Figuratively and literally. Watch yourself, Tony. Oh, she talked to all the suspects. I guess that makes sense. Let's get the scoop at scoop. Nancy and her blue Mustang, of course.
Look what the cat dragged out of the jail.
Good to
Yeah, that's
see
right.
you
I'm
were
the
so
cat's
concerned.
pajamas.
Oh, I'm sorry if I was misleading. I wasn't concerned.
I want to know what you were doing at the
Oh,
fire.
they're
Why were
flirting.
you there?
They're flirting.
Look, I don't care about the stupid
I know you
I
do,
really
Deirdre.
don't.
You do.
The only reason I was in it was because my dad never shuts up about how I need to be active in the community and blah.
Daddy
Then
issues.
why were you
This is like
following
daddy
me?
issues in the video
I assumed
game.
you were cheating.
Why would you assume that?
Because I was cheating. I thought we were all cheating. That's why I thought it would be fun to catch you in the act. But instead,
Look at her
I did something
eyes.
super
They're
crazy,
dazzling,
which I did not
gleaming.
anticipate.
I didn't set the building on fire.
That's cool. Just so you know, you do a pretty great impression of someone who has recently burned down a building for no reason.
Why are you hanging out here today?
Can you tell your friend to stop spying on me? It's distracting.
I'm not spying on you.
The fact that you responded proves my point.
Oh,
Oh, Bess, you're so cute.
Thanks for being
This is a bit
so
bitchy of Nancy.
helpful, giving Ned all
It's a
the
bit out of
information.
character for her.
Just looking out for my number one buddy.
Right.
Your boyfriend's cute. And you were in the clink. I think I'm blameless
You're
here.
in the galink.
Well, I think.
Relax, Nancy.
Oh my god, literally,
I'm not one of
Nancy,
those
you
girls. I
told
was just
Ned.
window shopping.
You ordered
Anyone can
Ned
tell he's not
to go
going
on a
to
date
budge
with
on the
Deirdre.
you situation.
Like, and now you're blaming
It's just
Deirdre for
nice
that.
to spend a little time with him instead of the idiot boys on campus.
Aw.
I swear, you think they're gonna get more mature in college, but they just head the
I
other
feel like
direction.
Deirdre's had some bad experiences on Tinder.
See you later.
See ya.
She deserves better, and maybe better is not boys, just saying.
hey, what's up?
Can Nancy, like, Bess not be like, hey, Nancy, congrats on getting out of jail. Happy you're out of jail.
Bye.
It's just
Talk
like
to you later.
a normal conversation. Hey, Tony. Look who it is. Look who it is, Tony. She can't believe her eyes. She's too stunned to speak. Yeah, that's right, Tony. The bitch is back.
Nancy, happy to see that you're doing all right. Just so you know, I've been pulling for you this whole time.
That's not what I heard.
Well, you know what they say. Don't believe half of what you read and anything you hear.
Including now?
I see that your reputation is well deserved. What do you want?
Tell me
To
about
see
the
you
fire.
spend
What
5
were
to
you
10 years
doing?
in jail,
I've been over
Tony.
this with enough people already. I was out, I saw smoke, I made a call.
Did you put pressure on the police to arrest someone?
Yes, of course I did.
You did?
I didn't tell them who to arrest. I just told them to do their job.
Tony, Tony, Tony.
Aren't you worried that you pressured the police into making unnecessary assumptions?
You would have done the same thing. You know, it's harder than you think to run a town. If someone has to take the fall for the common good once in a while,
Phony,
so be it.
Tony.
That's not very fair.
Fairness is a luxury in government. It's sad, but it's true.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Okay, well, that all that is to say is that you don't value fairness very much. Anyway, time for a chocolate shake. You know the first thing I'd want to do if I got out of jail? Have a delicious chocolate shake. I love that. He's a little lip smacking noise. Bacon blast.
Yum.
Oh my god, Ned! Ned says that when he eats the Cocoa Kringle. Yum. But she says it with more abandon. Yum. Ned just is like, yum. Like he's shocked. I guess Ned is like an athlete, so he probably doesn't eat much sugar or candy or chocolate. Explains a lot of things about him, really.
Look who's out! Glad to see that you could get them to see sense. Do you need anything? If you need anything.
Thanks. I didn't know you were following my case.
Couldn't help. Small town. I want you to know that I didn't doubt you, not for a second.
That means a lot.
Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to be
Alexi, I
in
know
shoes.
I have daddy
It's the worst
issues.
feeling you can
And
have.
I know
You
one
know,
of my
your
parents
friends
are dead.
really worked
But my
hard to
dad
get
is
you
still
out.
alive.
I know.
And,
I should have worked harder
you know, he
myself.
is trying
Probably
to
too
help
late, but
me. I don't
anything
need
I
another
can do to help
father.
you, anything you need to know, I'm your guy.
What do you know about Tony?
She railroaded you. Practically dropped the police at your
Railroaded?
door. Either
Trains?
she just hates you, or she's up to something that only you could crack.
Can you tell me anything about the fire? Anything at all?
You know, I wish that I could. I already told everything I know. Except...
Except what?
Okay, I went in.
Maybe
You
he's the
what?
second person
I
that
went
Tony
Into the
saw.
building. I saw you come running out. You
Oh.
looked scared. I
But if
just
he
knew
went
it
in
wasn't
after
you who set the
Nancy
fire.
came out, then
And
maybe
the reporter
not.
was just standing there, like she was waiting for you to come out. It wasn't right.
Why didn't you say
Brenda.
anything?
It wouldn't have mattered. No one listens to me.
That's a very
or trusts me.
defeatist
Will
attitude,
you testify to
Alexi.
that?
Will you testify that no one
not
trusts
enough.
you?
You need more evidence.
Why did you go into the town hall when it was burning?
The time capsule. Bennington told me he'd put the magnifying glass somewhere I wouldn't find it for years and years. I always assumed he meant in the time capsule. I was just hoping to finally be able to say, see? I didn't do anything. But I guess it's gone now.
Jesus, Alexi, give it a break.
Why did you become a detective in the first place?
I was pretty young at the time, and back then my parents owned a shop, much like this one. I wasn't much into the news then, but I knew in those days people didn't much like immigrant families like ours. One night, someone threw rocks through the plate glass window, completely
Dang.
shattering it. My parents were very upset, but they were afraid to go to the police. It wasn't done where we were from. So I took it upon myself to catch the culprit.
Did you?
Never did. But that's when I learned that even a small, nice-looking town has its secrets. I decided
That's because
I
it's
wasn't
full
going
of
to put
rich,
up with
prejudiced
secrets
people.
anymore.
Just
Why
saying.
did you give up on being a detective?
It wasn't a choice. The cases stopped coming.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
I love that Nancy's in her ex-con era now.
Nancy, how are you adjusting to life on the outside?
Fine, thank you. I'm not in the mood to do an interview.
That's okay. Everything you say will be off the record.
You're still holding your microphone.
Sorry. Habit.
Still holding it.
All right. You're good. Word of warning, I will get the exclusive. I always do.
Is that a
Why
threat,
wasn't
Brenda?
your van at the fire?
It was. I just came separately. I share the van with other reporters sometimes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your van?
I never pictured myself as the kind of person to drive around in a van. But I have to admit, this one is pretty cool.
Oh, come
Why is
on,
that?
Brenda. You were
First
born to
thing,
drive a
it's less of a
minivan.
van and more of a mobile action center. I spend more time in here prepping stories than I do at home.
Why are you playing me up as the villain in the media?
Because she hates you,
I'm
Nancy.
just doing my job. I'm letting the world know about all of the suspicious
Duh.
things you've done.
You should be reporting on the truth,
Oh,
not trying to grab a
Nancy.
better job.
Naive
My life is at
Nancy.
Mine too. And anyway, what good does telling the truth do if no one can hear you?
You have the reputation of being the first on the scene. How do you do that?
When news
She's
breaks,
just
I
that
get
good.
there first.
Yes, I've seen the ad. I mean, how do you make it to the scene first?
It's a secret of the trade.
You were at the
Getting the
scene of
impression she
fire
doesn't
so
want to tell
fast.
Nancy
How
how
did
she
you
gets there
manage
so
that?
fast.
It's my job to be ready at a second's notice. Some people think I'm just lucky. I prefer to think I'm just that good.
Do you mind if I look around in the van?
Yes, for a variety of reasons, Nancy. First, it's mine, so no. Second, I have dirt on everyone in this town in here. And as a journalist, it's my
You know, if
ethical
you're
duty
that
to make sure that all of
concerned
the
about
embarrassing
people
footage
getting
I've
in your
got
van
stays
and looking
private
around,
until
you'd
such a
lock
time
it
that
when
it
you're
is
not
fit
there.
for broadcast.
Just
You
saying.
mean like blackmail?
No. No. Is that what you think of me? It's not blackmail. It's fact-checking. I have to balance the individual's right to privacy with the public's need to know.
You didn't exactly extend that courtesy to me.
Didn't I? I think the public needs to know everything it can about the criminal. I'm sorry, alleged criminal activities of the local self-appointed do-gooder.
Is there a way I could get in touch with you later?
Good question. Why don't you take one of my cards?
Is this your cell phone number?
Yes.
Whoa, Brenda. Is that eggshell white?
How could Brenda have possibly made it to all of those interviews so quickly?
She was at
It makes sense.
Barbara Bean Kids and Coffee ER. Barbara is sending children to the ER. Also, I just realized Barbara's Beans is a coffee shop. I literally went through this whole game being like, oh my god, Barbara's Beans. It's just like a store that's all about beans. They just sell beans. Kidney beans, black beans, baked beans. Wow, but it's a coffee shop. I'm really disappointed. I was so excited for the bean store. Anvil Days ER dropping anvils on people's heads at the Anvil Days festival. That's pretty dangerous. Madame Drew Grant's Dance Academy reopening. Take that. Oh, that must be for her little box that I can't lockpick for some reason. There's that whole like lockpicking puzzle and mechanic, but I think you only use it once, which feels very bizarre. Ms. Carlton, I understand that there's been some frustration on your end concerning our decision to pull your antiquities story from the national broadcast schedule. You've assembled a truly remarkable piece of investigative journalism, but the fact remains that you're trying to sell us on a story the public has already seen. Your investigation into the antiquities fraud is one of the best pieces of investigative journalism that's come across my desk, but Nancy Drew got there first. My advice to you at this point is to let this go. My patience is limited. If you call me again about my decision to pull your story, understand that in no uncertain terms, it will be the last time I take your call. Get over this and regroup. Put together a new package and make sure you do whatever it takes to keep your story from leaking. Call me when you're really ready to take the next step in your career. I see big things for you here if you can clear this first big hurdle. Till you do, don't call. Sincerely, Miranda August, Vice President of Cable News. From Beverly Hills. Dictated but not read. Dang. Poor Brenda. I can see why she's resentful, but like she's like the same as like everyone else in this game. She needs to just fucking let go. Like people in River Heights just hold a grudge tighter than their ass cheeks. Like, come on. Chill out. Okay.
Your Bess Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant.
Yes.
Did she tell you about her plans to burn down Town Hall?
No, she didn't. I mean, she didn't burn anything.
It must have come as a shock to discover what your friend had done.
But she didn't.
It's natural to be in denial. You just want the best for your friend, yes?
Of course.
Who else would she have told her plans to?
No one.
Has she always been secretive like that?
No.
So just recently?
That's not what I meant.
Does she have
Brenda's so good at her job.
Crime, so there might be some hard feelings from the people she's gotten in trouble.
She solves crimes, so she must be pretty familiar with how criminals cover up their tracks.
Yeah, she knows all of the tricks. Wait, what are you getting at?
If anyone could get away with the perfect crime, it'd be Nancy, right?
I don't know about that.
So you think there's potential she won't get away with burning down Town Hall?
That's not what I said at all.
So you do think she'll get away with it?
She didn't do it. She's not guilty.
I can see that this is very emotional for you. Thank you for your time. We'll continue.
Oh, Bess looked like she was about to cry.
You took what I said and screwed it all up.
Oh no, Bess. You did great. I know it's
Brenda,
upsetting, but
don't
really
patronize
well done.
Bess.
Great. I'll find you as details develop.
Oh, Bess. Wait, what's Deirdre doing back there?
Oh, Bess.
I should try modifying the settings of the other tracks to enhance the background track and hear what she was saying.
I don't see anything. I saw her come through this way. It's gotta be here.
She didn't. I mean, she didn't.
Maybe it was destroyed in the fire. I'm not imagining things. I know what I saw.
Of course.
I can't assume that.
No,
It's not here, okay?
that's not what I meant.
No, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Deirdre thought she was following me. Who was she really following?
Okay, interesting. Brenda's recording equipment is good. Ooh, that looks like eyes. That's creepy.
Alcohol.
Ooh.
Looks like this is for cleaning the equipment.
More
She has
alcohol.
more.
Or that's how she gets through the day. By spiking her sodas with isopropyl alcohol. You know, vodka's just not strong enough.
Hello.
How do you think Brenda gets around town so quickly?
She probably speeds and never gets tickets because she's good looking.
You're
Didn't
better
you get
looking,
a ticket
Deirdre.
From a red light camera?
Oh, Nancy!
Right. That's a flaw in my logic, but I'm
Nancy's
still going to
so
assume I'm right.
bitchy.
I've got no idea how she does it.
Is she just resentful that Ned went along with her plan to ask out Deirdre so easily? Like, what? Where is this coming from, Nancy? Like, I feel like kind of the whole point of this game is these characters holding these lingering resentments, and that's bad. And then Nancy is kind of low-key doing the same thing for Deirdre, and I have no idea. Like, I mean, obviously she's kind of not very nice to Nancy, and she's, like, very jealous of Nancy, and very competitive with Nancy, and et cetera, but it's like, be a bit more charitable, Nancy. I don't know.
What do you know about the notes that were left for me?
You're a bit of a hypocrite.
Promise not to be super mad?
Okay, fine.
That's not the first note I found. I found another note earlier on your porch.
Deirdre saved
What did it
Nancy's
say?
life.
It gave me a place to go. I went there. Nothing happened. That's when I thought maybe someone was expecting to meet you. Next time I intercepted the note and sent it your way.
And you followed me.
Right.
Why are you admitting all this? I thought you hated me.
I do hate you. But I don't hate you. It's complicated. I just
Maybe
truly
it's
enjoy
not
hating
hate
you, and I'd hate for
that you
something to
feel,
happen that would throw off
Deirdre.
our equilibrium.
Yeah, that's...
Also,
she's like, I enjoy
That's
hating
really
you. I
nice
enjoy
of you.
thinking about you all the
Thanks.
time.
And that's why I hate you. So much positivity.
Yeah, it's not hate, Deirdre. You're in denial. That's fine. I
I'll
understand.
let you go.
See ya.
I get it. We'll be friends yet. Or maybe more than friends, if I have my way. Whoa! Oh, I totally forgot about this. The wiki journal, right. I was supposed to be using this. Yeah. Fat chance. You know what? Deirdre and Brenda kind of look
Hi.
similar.
See you later.
Goodbye.
What if the reason that Deirdre's parents dislike her so much is that she's Brenda Carlton's illegitimate child? I'm cracking this case wide open. I'm exposing all these years of secrets. So, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Whoa. Can't believe I made it out of here.
They
in
said,
one
like,
piece.
Deirdre was looking for something here, and I'm like, I wonder if I can find the thing she was looking for. I know that I'm kind of, like, I'm waiting for something to happen, because Brenda's van is supposed to disappear at some point, but that hasn't happened. Oh. Great, that's really helpful. I think I might just have to go talk to people. I'm realizing about this game is that it actually doesn't have, like, a lot of puzzles. Like, there's the one where you open the drawer in the police station. There's the lock picking. There's the thing with adjusting Bess's audio levels. And there's not really much else.
Hey, what's up?
Did you find anything out about Brenda?
Oh, I forgot. Nancy, I'm so sorry about the interview. You know I'd never say anything like that. Brenda just...
Took what you said out of context? I know. Don't worry. I know how she is.
I was so worried you'd be mad when that came out.
Has there been much traffic or road work these last few
Nancy
days?
mad?
It's been worse. It
Do you
took me
even know
45
Nancy?
minutes to get across the river Monday morning. It would have been faster to walk.
When you were stuck in traffic on Monday, when exactly was that?
10. Chic Boutique's Chic Week Doorbuster was kicking off at 10.
Whoa!
Nancy.
Nancy
There was a
missed the Chic
But if the
Boutique
traffic
Chic
was
Week
that bad, how could Brenda
doorbuster.
have made it to both of
Nancy.
the interviews on her time log?
Either she's good at being in two places at once, or she's got some top secret route I don't know about.
What if this is like a Waverly Academy situation. Actually, now that I mentioned the resemblance between Deirdre and Brenda, wouldn't it be, like, kind of cool if they were, like, working together and Deirdre was, like, disguising herself as Brenda?
Shortcuts that most people don't know about?
And they're teaming up.
No, they're the tunnels.
The
but those are
tunnels?
locked up as far as I know.
Tunnels?
Yeah.
Tunnels,
and
you
back when
say?
everyone was worried about the Cold War, they've been locked for as long as I can remember. Doubt you could find your way in if you tried.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That was so insincere. Oh, Tony. I mean, for a politician, she's not, like, very good at kind of hiding her real feelings about someone.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm stuck. Do you have any
I'm
advice
stuck.
from your detective days?
Times were different back then. The town's a lot nicer these days. Used to have lots of crooks running around in those tunnels.
Tunnels, you say?
Yeah, there's a whole network
That's
of
funny.
tunnels under the
Someone
town.
literally
They say they're
just
from the Cold
mentioned the
War,
tunnels
but
to me
they're
for the
even
very
older.
first time.
Built by
I feel like it's
smugglers and the
weird
like.
that
The
Nancy
city
wouldn't know
treated
about
them
these
full last year during the
tunnels. Like, they seem to
How
be
do I
common
find my way
knowledge
in?
among
I don't know
certain
if I should help you
people.
with that. The tunnels are very dangerous.
I have to find a way into the tunnels. My case depends on it.
I see. You know, Nancy, when I was younger, I used to love to read. A good book always gave me great ideas. There's a book over there you should check out.
I really don't have time for that.
I don't know
There's
why
always time
Alexi
for
can't
this
just
book.
tell her. Like,
I
why
always brought
why is he
with me
being
on my
so
adventures as a
oblique
kid.
about this?
You'll want
Like,
to read it cover to cover.
I
See you
I
later.
literally,
Bye.
like, does he think he's being recorded and saying something he shouldn't? Like, I don't think he's saying anything that would get him arrested. Like, he's just such a drama queen for no reason.
Alexi said.
Finally, we get to read
cover.
Dust and
There
Dirt.
must be a code on the book's cover.
Boring through it all.
Coded guide for getting around the tunnels.
I always mess this up. I always end up messing it up, but we'll see how it goes this time.
Alexi's guide said there'd be a tunnel entrance right outside the antique shop.
Hello, Nancy.
You're the one who left me the notes, aren't you?
Yes.
You lured me to town hall. You led me to that room. All I need to know now is whether you were trying to frame me or trying to kill me.
They both would have made a great story.
You won't get away with this.
You and I both know you have no proof.
I've got your fingerprints, and
And I'll be on the air before you know it, spinning your story so hard that every potential juror in this town will be itching to lock you up and throw away the key.
Far from it. I'm going to make sure everyone in this town finds out who you really are.
Look, you do what you
Brenda
want.
is scary.
If I were you, I'd take my head start and book myself a flight out of the country.
I'm not the type
I'm
to
very
run away.
impressed of
Before you
Nancy
say that,
standing
I'd
up to
take
her
a
like this.
good
I'd be
long
feeling
look
pretty
at
hopeless.
Alexi. That man's sad, broken down, lonely life in that grimy old store is your future if you stay. Your choice.
That is, like, so harsh. Like, Alexi's not doing so badly. Like, he can afford, you know, to have a store in downtown River Heights. Like, prime real estate. I think it's, like, right on the river. Like, and River Heights, I'm sure, has a high cost of living. Like, have you seen how green everyone's grass is? And, like, also, Nancy would not be like Alexi, because Nancy is not, like, I think better at letting things go. She's not going to be like Alexi and let things stew for her whole life. She's going to move on. Also, her dad is, like, an influential, rich lawyer. Like, come on. Come on. She has way more connections than Alexi.
This is about the Antiquities show, isn't it?
This is about you. You know who screws up my leads? You. You know who gets in my way? You. You know who I'm sick of? Precious. Special. Nancy Drew. I'm going to love watching this town turn its back on you.
Okay, I have multiple thoughts. Firstly, I love how this game kind of has this theme of this kind of picturesque, constantly sunny, like, small town where everything is, like, clean and beautiful, but underneath, like, kind of every facet of life is corrupt, from, like, the law system, the, like, well, I was going to say the police, but they're more just incompetent. And easily swayed by power and privilege. The reporting, the journalism, like, it just, like, and, like, almost every way. And everyone's, like, nasty. Everyone hates each other. Everyone, like, harbors long-time resentments. I like that kind of narrative and theme. It's very interesting. There's a lot to it, I think. And I think this game is underrated, because, I don't know, people maybe don't think too deeply about it, because the aesthetic is very kind of, like, charming, small town on the surface. And, since it's a game for children, they can't really dig into the darker themes as deeply as they might be able to in, like, a more adult story. But I do think it's very interesting. This would be totally new and innovative, but I think they could do either a Deirdre DLC for a Nancy Drew game, where it's like a shorter mystery that you play through as Deirdre from Deirdre's point of view. Or they should do a spin-off series where Deirdre is the main character. Basically, I just love Deirdre, and I want more Deirdre content. I want Deirdre to have her moment, to live her best life, independent of Nancy. And, you know, maybe she doesn't even pursue mystery solving. They said she was studying criminology, like chemical criminology. Like, maybe she becomes, like, the person who conducts autopsies. First person autopsy game. You know, Nancy discovers the crimes, and Deirdre is like her support person in the forensics lab who conducts the autopsies and assists Nancy with their investigations. Oh my god, there's a really good fanfic in there. I hate this part in, like, the Nancy Drew games where it's like you just have to go somewhere and the game doesn't, like, tell you where to go. It just expects you to figure it out. Hey, George.
Nancy, you're out.
Hey, girlfriend.
I was so worried. You have no idea.
Well, Bess
Thank
wasn't.
You for your help. You
Now I
guys
know
are
who
the
my
best
real
friends
friend
in
is.
the world.
We're not out of the woods. You need anything, you let me know.
So, how's the case coming?
Okay. Much better now that you're out. We're a team, but I still like it when you lead the way.
Do you know about any tunnels in River Heights?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were actually real. How cool is that?
So,
wait,
how did Ned
George,
do with
how
Deirdre?
did Nancy
I
not
have
know
never
about
seen him
these
so
tunnels?
stressed out.
Like, she's
In any
the
other
one
case,
who
it would have
loves
been funny.
mystery and secret
I sort of feel bad for
passageways.
Deirdre.
And
Only
they,
sort of.
George didn't
I
mention
don't want
it
to
to
get a
her?
reputation here as a softie.
Oh, don't feel bad for feeling bad for Deirdre. Like, wow, having sympathy. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I wouldn't even say it in public. God, there's something wrong with some of these people. I guess they're teenagers, but...
Did you find out anything else about Alexei's detective past?
Not much. I asked around a little. He solved a lot of tough cases. It's not fair that the town just turned its back on him.
What if he was really framed?
Then we'll take that case next.
I love
It's
George's
Brenda.
attitude
She's
about some
setting me
things.
I knew you'd figure it out.
Now I just need to figure out how to stop her broadcast.
Say no more. I know just the thing. Let me go grab it. If you can go find a battery for me, I'll be right back.
Ah. Again, that's like, that could possibly have taken you hours to figure out. You'd be like, does Alexei have a battery? You know, maybe there's a battery in Tony's back room.
Oh my gosh! Who would do something like that? Someone could really get hurt.
This game is turning into a Shirley Jackson story real fast.
Who would do this?
Arsonists will get a taste of their own medicine. Oh my god. Can't wait to watch Nancy's house get burned down with her inside it.
Some of the fine
Very Shirley
citizens of
Jackson.
River Heights have been expressing their outrage ever since you were arrested.
See, here's the
Can't believe
theme
someone
of,
would
like,
do that.
the
Don't worry about
darkness
it. They're just a
beneath
big bunch
the
of
light
cowards.
surface.
We'll take care of this for you.
Were you able to find anything to stop Brenda?
I think I've got something good. Sort of. It's in pieces, but I'll figure it out. Maybe you could help?
Of course. What is it?
A jammer. Once this baby is up and running, there'll be no way she
You
can
also
get her
have a
broadcast
peanut
on the air.
butterer?
Do you have the battery?
Yes. Here.
That's exactly the one I need.
How
Perfect.
convenient.
We need to hurry. I'll work on getting all the pieces wired up. If you could work on getting all the connections powered on.
You got it. I need to get all of the connections powered on.
Okay, so it's just like a little puzzle. That's, oh, gotta get this one.
Got it.
Got it.
This should keep Brenda from going on the air for a little while at least.
Perfect. You'll need to connect it to the signal box in Brenda's van. She should be using the standard system, so you'll just need to connect the two together. Here, take a look. There are colored wires with this. Just connect the identical color terminals with a matching color wire. Be careful not to cross any wires though, or it'll short out and not turn on. Once it's on, it'll be blocking the signal but will only last for about 30 minutes before the battery dies. I wish I could make it last longer, but it's the best I can do right now. Go find a way to put it on Brenda's van's antenna, but don't let her know it's there. Once it's on, you'll have to move quickly. It won't last long.
Goodbye.
Until
Gotta
next
be
time.
honest, George, my eyes were kind of glazing over as you talked. Why can't you do all the techie stuff? I don't get it. Oh, here.
The jammer should go here.
Oh, like
All
suddenly
I need to
they're
do next is match
kind
the
of
colored
busting
terminals.
out all the puzzles. Midnight in Salem vibes. Oh. Okay, wait, no, that can't be right. Oh, yeah.
Signal is getting jammed. Time to hurry.
It's jamming time. Get 9, as Brenda would say. Ah, okay.
This must be how Brenda gets around town so quickly.
I love that she just, like, parks her truck over, like, a sewer entrance. She has a specially made truck for getting into sewers. Okay, we found Brenda's secret lair. You know what the end of this game needed? Like, a chase sequence where Nancy gets chased by a sewer gator, or maybe like a giant sewer rat. That would have added some good drama at the end of the game. Like, the game starts off with a bang, and then the end game is just like a very complicated, confusing puzzle.
This is definitely enough evidence
Oh.
for Chief to know it was
That's so funny that she kept like a little bag just conveniently full of all the incriminating evidence against her. Wig snatched.
Brenda!
Nancy? Lose something? I'll be honest, I was not expecting to see you here. Clever move with the jammer.
Thanks, it was George's
This is how
idea.
you got into town hall to start the fire, isn't it?
If you have to ask, do I need to bother to answer?
Why? Why would you do this?
'Cause she
You've got the
hates
next
you.
10 to 20 years to figure that out. I'll give you a hint. If they give you TV privileges in the big house,
Oh, also
you'll be
she's
seeing a
ambitious.
lot
She
of
wants to
me.
get ahead in her
Why
career.
frame me?
'Cause she hates
If I
you.
didn't, you'd screw up everything for me. And now you can't. Ha, here it is. Take a good look. It may look like a tape, but to you, it's the final nail in your coffin.
I
Oh,
need to
heck.
get out of here and stop Brenda before she broadcasts whatever is on that tape.
I love, like, the dartboard she has of Nancy. That's big, unhinged energy right there. Oh, screwdriver.
That's definitely enough isopropyl
Oh my
alcohol
God.
to burn down town hall.
Or Brenda has a drinking problem. She's just hiding it down here with all her other misdeeds.
Stuck. Oh, there has to be a way to get this open.
With a screwdriver, perhaps? Yeah, this ain't my first rodeo / Nancy Drew game. Okay, oh my god, this is timed? I forgot this was timed. Oh no! Oh god! Pause the timer! Pause the timer! Okay, I think it's option C. But I feel like I always get confused and turned around during this puzzle. Let's see how it goes. I don't think I'll be able to do it first try, but I will try my best. Okay, 1 door, 2 door. Does it count the door that I came in? 4 doors? 1, 2. Okay, 2 doors. If only 2 doors, then continue ahead. Wait, which door did I come from? Oh, heck. I think I came from that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First 4 doors with no twisty symbol. No, this does have twisty symbol. If entered through half circle, I did. Then it's not circle. If squiggly is next to long rectangle, I think it's this one, the one that looks like a staple. Okay, there's only 1 door. That makes it easy. I like that. Okay, we got again just 2 doors. Okay, this one's got 3. Which one did I come through? I think it was the staple. Or was it? Oh, God. I have no idea, actually. Oh, crumbs. Okay, well, there's 3 doors. Exactly 3 doors, and one of them is square. No. If 3 symbols match, no. If squiggly is not next to... Okay, I think I go through the staple, even though I think I came from the staple. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Exactly 3 doors and one of them is square. One of them is square, then not staple or circle. So it's the square. Okay. 1. Okay. Okay, they actually do give you quite a lot of time for this, which is kind. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, great. Wait. I think that's the one I came through. Oh, God. Why did they make them different? Or the same, rather. Okay. We got 2, 3, 4. We've got 4. But there's a squiggly. 3 symbols match. No. If the squiggly is next to the long square, but it's not, then it's the staple. Oh my God, this is such a long maze. Don't they know I'm freaking out right now? Okay. Oh, wait, if 3 symbols match, then take center 1 of matches. 1. This one. Did I actually do it? First try? I've never done it first try. The medallion!
It just keeps on getting better.
Yeehaw! Yippee! Wahoo! Yahoo! Wow, right, conveniently right by the police station. Chief McGinnis! Chief McGinnis!
Chief, I've got something you need to see.
Look at Nancy's unmoving silhouette, her bumpy hair.
Could no longer contain the darkness inside herself.
This sounds like it's going to be a good story.
She set the night sky
Poetic
ablaze.
cinema.
Perhaps we'll never know what caused Nancy Drew to strike the match that forever changed this town. But one thing is certain.
This is a really good broadcast.
Place with Nancy Drew behind bars. With a heavy heart, we must forever say goodbye to a former hero and look bravely. Excuse me.
She looks disgusted. She's like,
Brenda
you.
Carlton, you're under arrest.
Now this is good TV.
No, this isn't happening.
Get out the
You can't
popcorn.
do this. Get your hands off of
Better
me.
than
You
reality
don't wanna mess with
television.
me. I've got dirt on my I could ruin every single one of you.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
that's a risk we'll have to take.
She fell right in
Back
the
to you,
mud.
Jim.
Back to you, Jim. I feel like Nancy should have gotten the
Dear
last
Hannah,
word on that
Brenda
one.
was right about one thing.
She should
Her
have taken
broadcast
over
made it
Brenda's
all the way to the
broadcast,
national
seized the
news.
mic out of her hand,
Not
and
exactly
like
the way
told
she
her story in
intended.
her own
Not the
words.
type to let a
That would be
little
just
thing like a
desserts.
prison sentence
Look
get
how
in the way
she's
of her
customized
ambition.
her prison
She's already
jumpsuit with
started
like the
working
collar,
on
the
Brother
low
News desk at
neckline.
Heights
It's
Regional
cute.
Correction Center. I'm sure she'll work her way to the lead anchor desk during the next 10 to 20 years. While Tony had nothing to do with the fire, she did show her true colors.
Ha!
As
She's
the
down
details
in the
of case
polls.
emerged, public support for Tony fell to an all-time
As it
low.
should.
Tony quietly
Phony,
removed her name
Tony,
from the ballot,
baloney.
but remains behind the counter at Scoop. It'll be a while before any of us.
Yeah,
get
I
out
think
for
her ice cream
again.
shop is going under as
Everyone's
well.
surprised the time capsule survived
Nancy
the
just
fire.
absolutely
And sure enough, when it was
ruined
opened,
Tony's
J.P.
life.
Bennington's
Probably
so-called
brought her into
stolen
bankruptcy
property
as
was
well.
recovered. After
Oh, good.
decades, Alexei was finally vindicated.
He definitely looks like he's
That is
not
working
used
on
to
formally
smiling.
pardoning Alexei of all wrongdoing. For once, Alexei seems pretty happy. When I asked him if he's interested in being a detective again, he said, never again.
Good.
But he did say he would be happy to help anytime. Deirdre is still Deirdre. She's throwing a post-clues challenge party this weekend. Not surprisingly, Ned's been invited. And not surprisingly, Bess, George, and I...
Well, you're a bit of a party pooper, Nancy. You
Not
gotta
that
admit
we'd go
that.
anyway.
She's gonna have
The town
F-U-N
hall is set to be
fun.
demolished
Good
soon
for
and
her.
replaced with a new museum
She's bouncing
celebrating
back.
the history of River Heights. Word is that Alexei may be asked
Not,
to be
you
head
know,
curator.
low-income
Now that I've
housing
been
or
publicly
something.
exonerated, the town has really
Anyway.
started to show its support again. My neighbors have gotten together to repair our window, and my house is
Those
overflowing with notes of
hypocrites.
support
Those
and baked treats.
two-faced
For me, it's just nice
nasties.
to no longer be public enemy
I don't
number
trust
one.
any of them anymore.
As the winners of the
You
quiz
can
challenge,
take
I got to
your
choose what
brownies
goes in
and
the time
shove
capsule.
them up your
I'm
ass.
pretty happy with what I chose to put in there. If you think about it, you'll be able to figure out what it is. Or you could always wait 50 years until it's reopened. Finally, I couldn't have gotten through everything without help from the best
A
friends a girl
confession.
could have.
A letter of
And, of
confession about
course,
how
your
much she loves
wonderful gift
Deirdre.
basket.
I tell a
Can't wait to
confession to
see
all
you.
her crimes.
Love, Nancy.
What is Nancy's team name for the Clues Challenge? Team Danger, the Clue Crew, Help Squad, Cluranosaurus Rex. How could I forget? It's the lamest out of these options. Team Danger from the nerdiest girl in town. Oh, look at this! I got quite a few awards. Audio Analyst for thoroughly reviewing the files. Wait, I didn't have to do that! Bellyful for not working on an empty stomach. Never. Cartographer, knowing your way around town. Dairylicious for trying the flavors. I wonder if this is for getting the Cocoa Kringles, if this is for eating all the ice cream. I didn't get the Easter egg. I never get the Easter egg. Emergency call for trying to get through. Or I could have called, like, the police. That's funny. Fire specialist for tracking down the possible starters. Legal lawyer for following the paperwork. Numberista for love of the game. Quotable noter for successfully swapping. If I'd been playing this not for a Let's Play, I would have done that a lot more. Team player for getting everyone involved. Trivia tamer for your wealth of knowledge. That's right. I may not be literally rich, but I'm rich in Nancy Drew trivia knowledge. Great. Here's my ice cream receipt. I only spent $131 on ice cream. I'm disappointed in myself. Oh, I didn't mean...
I'm
wait,
Nancy Drew.
can I see the
This is-
credits? Can we go back to the credits? No? They're not...
My center of
Oh,
operations.
I
my
wanted
desk.
to
Go ahead
see
and
the
poke around.
credits.
If you
That's disappointing. Well, what do I think of Alibi and Ashes? I will say I think this game would be really good, or even just like a lot better if they had ironed out the character switching mechanic, because like this game has like such a fun story with a lot of intrigue. Like all the characters seem to have like really strong motivations, and I feel like, you know, it's easy to like be like, oh, who did it? Whereas like I feel like some games it's like very obvious who the culprit is, but for this one it's like it could be any of them. Well, like maybe not Deirdre, but like she's still like such an interesting character and I love her, of course. But yeah, the character switching is like very much a tedious task. There's a lot of steps to it, and it's like there's some things that only certain characters can do. Not George, of course. She doesn't have anything to do in this game. And like sometimes it's obvious, like Ned needing to, you know, take Deirdre out on a date, but like other times it's not as obvious, I feel. And the fact that the process of switching between the characters is so involved, is like kind of a real hamper to this game and really brings down the pacing of this game, which is super unfortunate. I do like that this game is like a lot about the actual process of being a detective and kind of interviewing suspects, seeing what their alibis are, gathering fingerprints and such. I think that's super fun. That's something I really enjoy about the earlier Nancy Drew games, is there's less kind of convoluted puzzles and more of the actual kind of detective work. I think that is like the main flaw. Also that there's like not a lot of locations to explore. I've mentioned that before, but I think that's something the game could have done better as well, but it kind of does make up for it with having like all the suspects be interesting. I also don't like that the game forces you to play as Ned. Like, this is non-consensual Ned time. I'm having to non-consensually spend time with Ned, and I don't like it. I do think it's fun. I like being in Nancy's hometown. I think they could have given it more character, though. I like spending time with Bess and George and Deirdre. Fucking love Deirdre. How many times can I say I love Deirdre? Never enough. Never enough. Anyway, that was the game. What do you think of this game? I feel like I kind of flip-flop between how I feel about this game. I like this, fresh off this playthrough, I'm like, yeah, the only thing I really think is very much hampering this game is the character switching. If that wasn't in it, I think it would be a lot more successful and enjoyable game, because I think I enjoy everything else. Like, all the other issues I have with it could be kind of overlooked, like the lack of, you know, deep locations and multiple locations. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. How do you feel about it? Hope you had a fun time. Happy hot girl, ex-con, jail time, arsonist summer. You know what I'm saying?